Let's send it. Lego. What up? What up? We are live. We are live. Here we go. Sure that is good. There we go. There we go. The fuck is the other one? There it is. There it is. There it is. What up? What up? What the? Did I not fucking... What up? The fuck? Okay. Well, that's good enough. What's up? What's up? Why the fuck is it doing that? The fuck was that? There we go. What's going on? What up? Why is it doing that? I don't know. That is wild. Abso-fucking-lutely wild. Lighting is crazy. Yo, what up? We are talking about Reiner de Ridder, obviously, is fighting Anthony Hernandez. Watched his interview today. And I guess nobody in the UFC has ever had more than 8 fights, 8 wins in a row to fight the champion. Anthony Hernandez, if he wins, he will be. He will be that guy. We are live. 1 second. All of the lighting will be fixed. I know it's dark. I don't know why. It's very stupid. Hold on a second. 1 second. 1 second. Boom. We're here. What up? What up? Should be good. Here we go. We're good. We're good. What's up? What's up? RDR, Anthony Hernandez. Who fights Chimaev? I'm very surprised no Kai or I'm Evolve even really in the conversation. Fluffy's gonna draw on RDR. 100% correct. 100% correct. I think RDR might have success early, but I think Fluffy's pressure output is going to be ridiculous against RDR. No, Johnny, why would that happen? That's ridiculous. That doesn't even make sense. Also, some pretty big fight announcements today. Of course, Justin Tafa, but Welterweight Roses Jr., Rob Font. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, and then the guy from the Contender Series last night, Isaac Dalgarian. Very interesting. I was time out for being black yesterday live stream. No, that's not true. Just not true. Just not true. If you got timed out at all, you said something dumb. So, just not true. Unbelievable. Oh. Also, Mr. Brian Battle. Brian Battle. UFC has released Brian Battle. 12-2. Now, again, I do not think this was the correct way to go about it. Yeah. Yep. Brian Battle is released. I'm pretty sure Brian Battle was 7-1. Pretty sure. Brian Battle. 7-1. 7-1, 0-1. He had 5 finishes. Because he missed weight? Yep. Because he missed weight back-to-back fights. I don't agree with that because he's too talented and he's 7-1 in the UFC. No, we don't need a fighters union. No, no, no. Appreciate you, Liam. Thank you. How would I know you're black and care about that? Correct. Battle trash? How is he trash? He's 7-1. What are you talking about? How is he trash? That doesn't even make sense. You cannot like him, fine, but he's not trash. Talk shit, get timed out? Correct. You can't make weight twice in a row. What a fucking rookie. Well, okay. Which one are you picking, Sammy or Janelle? Who? Jojo, sup? Brian Battle was a prospect. Yep. The fuck? Hi. Sup? Holy shit, it's a dwarf, rock and stone. Okay. No one is the next for him. He's going to be a long time there. Okay. It's a cool cap picture. Appreciate you. It's a part of your job, boy. Make weight, then fight. It's not rocket science. Well, I agree. But you can't just cut everybody. There's a lot of people who miss weight. Someone on Dana White's Contender Series just missed weight and they gave him a contract. Roblox the developers. Are you related to Duck Dynasty? This is bullshit why people get on their phone. This is bullshit why people always get on their phone. That doesn't even make sense. Are you MMA Guru's brother? No. Failed the vibe check? Okay, see ya. Makaev and Battle need to be in the UFC. I hate the politics. Well, Makaev was hard to deal with. RDR got the best chance to beat Chimaev. No, Kaio does. RDR's getting smashed by Hernandez. Don't really matter. Khamzat beats Fluff and RDR. That's not even a maybe they could win conversation. Fluffy could give Khamzat a hard time. I think Kaio is the only one who can beat him. What's up, Mike? Battle situation is understandable. Your own personal record does not take priority over the company's responsibility to replace you card after card. That's fair. I think he fought his last time when he missed weight, and then he missed this one really badly. So I get it. It really sucks. I don't think they should have cut him. I don't know. It sucks. It happened twice in a row. And this was his heavier weight. What the fuck was the bitch doing leading up to the fight? Well, he went on Ariel and he talked about it, and he was very respectable about it. He was like, I got to change some stuff in my life. I thought I had more time I thought I was closer than I was. Water was coming out, he said. Like, he was sweating and all that, but the weight wasn't coming off. Like he said, he talked about it on Ariel Helwani's show. So, I'm above smashes Kaio? I don't think so. Bye. No, JoJo, what the fuck? John, what's up, buddy? What are your thoughts on the Ngannou PFL situation? What, that he didn't show up for the Africa event? Like, the thing for him, I think it's very worrisome. I don't know why he didn't. He's also had a very, very rough year or so. I think there's a little bit more to it. I would wait to see what else comes out. He was getting knocked the fuck out anyway. He not anything special. It was unfair. They cut the guy that beat... Oh, Cop. He would beat Pantoja. He would not beat Pantoja. Also, that guy got cut because he fucking was a pain in the ass to deal with backstage because of his antics. Be careful, Francis Ngannou would knock you out, boy. That doesn't even make sense. Cop, I see what you're saying. It literally makes no sense. I think Cop is Pantoja's hardest fight. The fight I won is Adesanya versus MVP. My gosh, I don't think that fight should ever happen. Like, I'd want to watch it, but I don't want to see Izzy lose. Cop not beating Pantoja. I said best chance to beat Pantoja. Mikhaev thought he had Dana White privilege. Correct. Appreciate you, Alvin. What's up, buddy? Is it time for Charles to retire if he loses to Viziev? Absolutely. Mikhaev would destroy Pantoja. Not even close to true. Pantoja is a better grappler. Mikhaev might be a better wrestler, but Pantoja is a better grappler. Ngannou with the classic pump and dump rug pull. Kappa is unreliable. That's fair. Would you rather a punch from Francis or Deontay? From Francis. From Francis. When Deontay hits you, they look up and like, what the fuck was that? Francis, you're just out. So, the fuck? Ngannou is a legend. Wait, is a legend. He defeated Dana, LOL, and Dana was salty, and Ngannou knocked Stipe the fuck out, beat him better than Jones did. I don't think that's true. Also, he's a striker, and John beat him with a spinning back kick to the body. It was the last time you seen that shit. And ragdolled him. Also, Ngannou got hit too. It's what started the entire sequence. Francis bombs hit different, yep. And Mikhaev can defeat takedowns. Not grappling. Not grappling. We're talking about grappling. Mikhaev is a better wrestler, but Pantoja is a better grappler. Mixed feelings over battle, but miss weight after moving up a weight class. Either you're not professional or it's a medical issue. Either or take a lap, as our 90s physical head would say. Correct, Mike. Like I said, he was on Ariel's show and he talked about it. So, I don't know. He said water was still, like he was still sweating, all those things, just the weight wouldn't come off. And he said he has to make changes in his personal life, so he has to figure it out. He still thinks he's making 170, but he did say if he gets cut, he'll work his way back up and he'll be back in the UFC. We'll see. I don't know. Do you think it'll affect Kai making him cut weight twice in 2 weeks? No. He's not a big guy. Since the last time Conor fought, Paddy made his debut, fought 7 times, and Johnny Bones defended his title once. Yeah, but John's legacy's already built. It's not like they started at the same time. Dude, he was already skin and bones. He literally had no more weight to lose. I got Zing by KO, Sterling by decision, and Pod by KO. I agree. You think Jones would have beaten Ngannou? 100%. Taking him down, smashed him, beat him up? Yes. Just like we wanted Fedor versus Couture when it mattered? Right. Maybe yes. If Aspinall beat Gane, the fight with Jones will happen at the White House. He will. It will. It'll happen. Clock it. Yeah, it'll happen. MMA politics ruin everything. After 5 years, I'm gonna become a UFC champion. It's impossible to me not to become. Okay. Good luck. Jones versus Kane would have been good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Makes me nervous that you agree your picks were terrible last week. Okay. Okay. It's MMA. Anything can happen. Check the 2 weeks before. I went 10-2 and 9-3. Boo-hoo. I did not catch him on the Ariel show. All the best, though. It's a shame overall. Correct. Yep, he was on Ariel show. It was like less than 20-minute interview. And, yeah, he was pretty honest about it. He was very upset with himself. Who has more chance to become triple champion, Alex or Ilya? I'd say Alex. Also, why do you think Jones versus Ngannou never happened? Given the PFL situation, do you think Ngannou is to blame for why the fight never happened? Well, he's definitely to blame because John said, give me time to build up because he wasn't heavyweight weight. He wanted to be there. And then obviously got hurt coming into the Cyril Gane fight. And then Francis said, I'm out, and boxed. So, I mean, if he would have waited, it would have been Francis John. At 205, other than Ankalaev, who has the best chance versus Khamzat? Well, Ankalaev gets destroyed. Which middleweight has the best chance to beat Khamzat in Tour opinion? In my opinion, Kai. Francis and Tom are the only dudes I think would have beat Jones. Francis gets destroyed by Jones, and honestly, we don't have no idea what Tom's defense on the ground is. So, be your first hater? Okay. UFC will not co-produce event with PFL. God, I hope not. It'd be awful. Okay. You clearly didn't listen to anything I said. Why I was picking him. Ariel is sneaky. Yeah. PFL's dead. Not good. Ober KOs Reyes, do you agree? No. He's looked like shit in his last, 3 fights? Obviously, the Alonzo fight, he looked good, but that's more on Alonzo because he fucking rushed a guy. But I think Reyes KOs him. Or beats him, at least. Bellator dead. MMA is a monopoly. I want them to co-promote Tom versus Francis. No. No. Yeah, UFC would never co-promote. Why the fuck would they help out PFL? Their ratings are such shit, and you want to know why their ratings are bad? I'll tell you. Their commentary sucks ass. It's funny when people bring up Aspinall's BJJ regarding why he beat Jones, when Jones trains with Gordon Ryan, who's the best BJJ grappler of all time. Correct. You are so wrong. Oberg Black Jag destroys you. Oh, okay. That doesn't even make sense. That literally makes no sense. You're going to tell me he looked good against Jan? You're going to tell me he looked good against the fucking, what's his name? Let me see. He looked like shit. Where's his name? He looked like shit. In the Ozdemir fight, didn't look good. Jan Blachowicz fight, didn't look good. Jawoo Jung did not look good. Yes, the Alonzo fight, he had a finish in 12 seconds. He's looked like shit 3 out of his last 4 fights. 3 out of his last 4 fights. He looked awful against Jan. Awful. PFL is absolute trash. Reyes, Dominick Reyes. Strikeforce Pride, Pro Elite, Fiction, Bellator Dream, the list goes on. What the fuck? Comment Cold is next for Khamzat. Okay. Jan is a lot tougher than Anthony Smith. What the fuck are you even talking about? Anthony Smith? What are you talking about, sir? Anthony Smith? He just flatlined Nikita Krylov. Something that no one has done. I think he was finished one other time by fucking, what's his name? So Palali. Back in 2013. The first time he ever been flatlined was Dominick Reyes. What are we talking about here? He also was the first person to dominate and destroy Dustin Jacoby. Yeah, Anthony Smith is a fucking bum. He sucks. But 2 out of his last 3 fights are very impressive. Very impressive. That doesn't even make sense. Jan is also quite tough. Yeah, but I don't care about toughness when the fight was awful. Anthony's a Lionheart. Yuck. You are casual, mate. Ober, KOKO is okay. Well, we'll be back here when he loses. Jan is a big dude. Just don't talk about Anthony's family. Krylov was coming off of a KO loss, you fucking casual. No, he wasn't, you fucking idiot. He'd be just being Ryan Spann. You big dum-dum. You beat Ryan Spann by triangle, beat Volkan Ozdemir, beat Alexander Gustafsson, lost to Dominick Reyes, lost to Bogdan Guskov. Oh, I don't hear you. Get the fuck out of here. I think Chris Montini was the only one who could take Khamzat to deep water. Dude, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, Anthony Smith is he's an idiot. Idiot. I'm the casual. Get the fuck out of here. McDonald's pick. Get your McDonald's and get off the fucking couch. Jesus Christ. Huh? Dominick Reyes, your pick was Krylov was coming off of a loss, you fucking casual. Excuse me? No, he wasn't. Dominick Reyes KO'd him, and then Bogdan Guskov KO'd him. I don't hear you. You're right. You're right. This is a Wendy's. Extra cheese, motherfucker, right? My bad. Yeah. You're bad. You're right. What the fuck? But I still have Blackjack by KO. That's fine. I can respect that. That's fine. He's looked like shit 3 out of the last 4 fights. He's looked awful. And I'm going to ride the hot hand in Dominick Reyes. The fuck out of here. Khamzat is the truth of MMA. McDonald's pick, the amount of damage you can take in a turtle shell position is remarkable. Of course, Andy Smith looks durable to casuals. Ronald McDonald was so cool in the 80s. I bet he got a lot of single mother. That's great. That is great. Oh. Who wins right now? Nate or Conor? I'm going to go Nate. Because Nate's always down for a fight. Conor looks like shit. Looks like shit. He set up the place for a reason. I would distract the kids, fuck the moms. Oh my goodness. Bruno Brazil or Shiming, I think wins. Anthony Smith is going to be in the Hall of Fame for a reason. Heart of a Lion, yuck. Yuck. I doubt Conor has cardio. Conor has nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing to offer. Shite, yeah. I don't think I'll be watching that event, unfortunately. I don't think so. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to. Amateur fighter is trying to take Conor down today. Okay. I think he should have taken the belt. Who? I would give credit to Smith for not taking the win for grounded knee against Jones and also asking the ref to pick up his teeth. But with contest, those are both bitch positions to be in. Yeah. Yeah. Do we understand what John would have done to him if he would have taken that? If he would become champion, John had to rematch him because we know obviously he would have rematched him. We know what he would have done to him. Oh, it would have been terrible. And he looked good early against Glover. Bruno Brazil has the fighting nerds aura. Oh no. If Anthony took the DQ, Jones' legacy would be shattered. No, it'd be 2 DQs. Would Bruno Brazil dominate? No. Yeah, Conor is just a junkie now. Yep. Unfortunately, he will still sell out the house. Fucking crazy. You're right. You're right. Over 20 minutes ago. Conor's an alcoholic and drug addict. Yeah, and cokehead. And abuser. Yeah. How would it be shattered if he was beating Smith? Good question, John. Like I said, do we know what he would have done to Smith? If he would have had to rematch him for a belt that wasn't his, clearly. Whew. First Bilal, next is Islam. JDM gonna save us from these wrestlers? No, he's not. Sex addict, liar. Which division has the most people in the pound-for-pound rankings? I have no idea. Yeah, but he would have lost the belt in the record for consecutive title defenses. Yeah, it's a DQ. It's the same thing he would have lost, you know. Come on, it's like the no contest against DC2. We know what the fuck happened. I would like to see JDM win, but... Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. God, fucking... Did you see Sean Brady said Ian declined the Vancouver main event against him? Shocker. Your mama will fight him next? Actually, my mama won't be. So. What? What? Lone wolf. But JDM versus Islam, I don't know. Yeah, that's a great fight. Conor can't take no fight until he finishes his UFC contract. He fucked. Well, he's in the testing pool. JDM is a nightmare matchup for Islam. No, he's not. What are you talking about? No, he's not. He's a good matchup. Sure, he's not a nightmare matchup. He has good boxing, not great power. He makes a lot of mistakes on the ground that Islam will snatch just like that. Top level MMA, Capper Collective. Yeah, he did. Israel versus Sean, winner fights Chimaev. Oof. I mean, I'm here for that, but no. Connor's next fight will be boxing versus Paul, likely around 2030. Then an exhibition in his 50s. Oh, God. Oh, his 50s are going to be worse now. Worse than they are now. It's going to be so bad. Oh, yeah. Jake Paul versus fucking Tank Davis. Disgusting. It's fucking gross. Ugh, God, it's gross. I hate it. I hate it so much. Absolutely hate it. Not even a little bit cool. Brothers Tank, brother, yeah, 5'7", correct. And I think Jake is what? It's an exhibition. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Yeah, he's 5'5". Jake Paul's like 5'10". What the fuck is this? 6'1"? How is that? There's no way that's true. There's no way he's fighting Gervonta Davis. Connor's fighting cocaine, correct. Now he has given up. Cocaine won. Yep, the cat is next. I have cocaine winning all 5 rounds. Yeah. He's still a better boxer than Jake, but Jake's 6'1". Right? Dude, Jake is a big motherfucker. Mario Barrios was almost too much for Tank. Yeah, but Tank still won. Good boxing, bro. He has some of the best boxing in the UFC. Second to Ilya, and he's a heavier. Do you think JM is really going to be easier to take down than Volk? Yes. Yes. Bilal Muhammad got him down for a split second. You can't get taken down like that against Islam. Also, Islam doesn't have to go in for single legs or double leg. He can get trips. I mean, all he needs is a scramble, and he wins. JDM has, obviously, again, good boxing. He has to keep it standing, but he still makes mistakes. Also, I don't think... let's see. Takedown defense is at 69. Strike defense 64. Takedown accuracy is at 11%. And he does hit pretty hard. Does Islam as well. And Bilal Muhammad had 3 takedowns. He had 3 minutes and 21 seconds of control. 3 of 9. Islam's a good grappler. Is Jake on steroids? You play metal. Will there be drug testing versus Tank? Probably. I don't know. It's an exhibition. It's so stupid. Oh, it's so dumb. I hate it so much. Okay. Tristan don't care if Jake is on steroids. It's a clown show at the end of the day. Correct. That doesn't even make sense. The last fight for Tank, when he fought Roach, the scoring was paid for. Draw my ass. Correct. They were supposed to do a rematch, I thought, on that, but I don't know. Didn't Jake challenge Alexander Usyk to an MMA fight? Not an MMA fight, to a boxing fight. He's like a hungrier, heavier, prime Dustin with better takedown defense. Islam can't get away with the mistakes he made in the Dustin's fight. You think JDM is a better boxer than Dustin? I disagree. He's a good boxer, but challenge. What did you think of Dylan Dennis clowning Logan Paul back in the day? Jake Paul's weird. I mean, not Jake Paul. I mean, Jesus Christ. Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis is very weird. Good grappler. Nothing really else other than that. He's a herb. Okay. All right. How did Jake Paul win against Diaz? He's a boxer. Like the stream, absolutely. Slap that like button. RDR, Khamzat, thoughts? I like it, but I don't think RDR's cardio will last 5 rounds with the way that Khamzat grapples. So, Khamzat, probably second to third round submission, to be honest. Usyk the GOAT. He's good for sure. He is good. He is good. Very feel. What? Dylan is weird. Very weird. Will we ever see Ilya versus Islam? Maybe. I don't know how likely it is, because Islam's not going to go back to 155. That makes no sense. It'd be Ilya moving up, but you have to defend the belt as well. So, the UFC did Islam dirty. How? How? Ilya the first triple champ? No. No. Ilya versus Islam, Islam versus Bilal. I think Islam wins all of those. Ilya too small for welterweight, 100%. Am I on the Gene Silva hype train? Yes, but I think Diego Lopez gives him a hard time. You said John Lennon. That doesn't make sense. He's probably talking about the rankings. Ilya too small, yes. These Bellator fighters are really setting us up for big payouts soon here. With who? Islam versus Bilal would never fight. That's fair. Who's pound for pound? Number 1, I forget. MVP versus Morales. That's a great fight. Diego Sanchez is crazy. Shocker. Bilal versus Gary next calling now. Well, Sean Brady's been calling out Gary, and I guess Gary denied him. Declined the fight. So, I don't know. Bilal Gary's fun. That's fun. God, is he a bad striker. And he outlanded fucking Jack. Gary beats Bilal. Should, yes. Bilal versus Gary. Gary. Yeah. I like his IQ for sure. Michael Venom Page made me a lot of money. Hell yeah, Jack. Love Michael Venom Page. Prates would KO Gary if they fought again. I think so. People also forget that the Gary fight was short notice for Prates. He was supposed to fight Jeff Neal. Totally different styles. Prates versus Gary would be cool. Well, they already fought. What are we talking about? What? Bilal has no hands and thinks he does. That's a problem. Correct. How do you think Prime Usman versus Fluffy at middleweight goes? Prime Usman. Because of the wrestling. And he's really big on top and he had good power. Fluffy doesn't have great power, but he has crazy output. MVP is that dude. I agree. Converted to Islam. Who wins, Ilya or Merab at featherweight? Probably Ilya. He made Jared look like a novice. Correct. I like Usman versus Bilal. That's a 50-50. That's fair. That's fair. You think Islam would beat Khamzat? No. No. Khamzat's big. Bilal beats Usman just by outworking him. I don't think Bilal beats Usman. I gotta be honest. It's 50-50, but I don't think he beats him. Interesting you say Lopez gives Silva problems. I think Lopez loves to get in the phone booth and fight. Silva will knock his head off his shoulders and fucking swinging sledgehammers. Well, I think Lopez is more well-rounded. I think there's more weapons that Lopez has. But yes, Silva wins, and I think he hurts him. MVP is a great on the feet if only he converted to ground game. Yeah. Again, I don't need MVP to be good on the ground. I need him to do what he does on the feet. He slipped in the third round against Jared. Okay, you can't make those mistakes, but okay. He looked great on the feet. Usman 55 is better, yes. Did you hear about Merab getting, okay, don't care. What, Gone? What are you talking about? Yeah, Lerone could give him a hard time. I think Volk beats Lerone. I think Mobzar could give him a hard time because he has such good control, wrestling, grappling and stuff. But Volk, I think, still could win that. Good footwork, good striking, good defensively. Honestly, I think Lerone has a better chance of beating him than Mobzar does. MVP ground game only to cover as many bases as possible. Yep, and he talked about it again. He was on the Ariel Helwani show today, and he talked about how he kind of rushed it a little bit too much in the third. He got himself out of position, and then got taken down. Roberts Corey is a joke. Sandhagen lost to Umar dominant 50-45. Why the fuck would he beat the guy that beat Umar now? Correct. I think the fight will be closer on the scorecards. I don't think it'll be 50-45. It could be like 49-46. Just because rounds will be weird, especially early. I actually thought Umar beat Merab 3-2. The first 3 rounds, I thought Umar won. But I think Merab beats Corey. MVP should just learn jiu-jitsu. He'd be a shit wrestler. Do you watch? No, I have no idea who that even is. No idea. No idea. What do you think works better for MMA, Jiu-Jitsu or Greco-Roman? I think BJJ. Do you watch? You're going to get yourself timed out, Gone. What the fuck is that? Producer for Ariel Helwani? Oh, okay. MMA math doesn't work. Corey could win, in my opinion. How? Besides by output. He does nothing better than Umar. Nothing. I think scrambling-wise, he can make the fight fun, but besides that, especially if Merab is starting to threaten submissions, I like Merab even more. Merab beat Umar, you tripping again. Merab won 3-4-5 and whoops Umar again. Okay. I thought Umar won 1-2-3. But it was close enough, right? It's not a robbery. I thought he won. No, I know what he's trying to do. What are you talking about? It's not funny. We're not doing that. RDR makes Fluffy look easy. No. Fluffy beats the shit out of RDR. RDR might look good early, but now if it was a 3-rounder, maybe. And not easy either. Fluffy beats the fuck out of RDR. John Jones and Ilya both come from Greco-Roman backgrounds. It seems like wrestling is taking over MMA. It definitely is. Definitely is. RDR by 3? Dude, if it goes past round 2, Fluffy's turning that shit up and whooping his ass. RDR could tap Fluffy early, though. Yeah. Early, yes. Bro, JDM has the higher significant strikes per minute, higher striking accuracy, way better striking defense. His footwork is insane, and better takedown defense. How is Volk and Dustin in a harder fight? Well, what? We've seen how the Dustin fight went. Islam won damn near every single round. I mean, Jones is Greco-Roman. I know Randy does, yeah. Why do you think some fighters have more fight IQ than others? Is that something that can be trained? No. I don't think there's been a ton of guys that are, like, other than doing it for a job, I think, like TJ, great IQ. Sambo, yeah, what about Sean O'Malley versus Sandhagen? Who do you think would win? It depends if Sean can stop the takedowns of Corey, but Corey's takedown, like double leg or single legs, aren't great. I like Sean in that fight. RDR is the only, no, that is not the only contender. Kai is the only contender. I would win. The fuck are we talking about? I honestly thought Rob beat RDR. It was close, but I felt Rob won. I did not. I thought RDR clearly won. Shit. Round 2, 4, and 5? Yeah, 2, 4, and 5. Because 3 was when he got knocked down. I thought it was an easy, clear win, 48-47 for RDR. I honestly thought, I love John Dog for fielding MMA questions. Khamzat Ragdoll DDP, which is Will. Nobody uses judo in UFC. It's just Sambo. Hi from Chile. What's up? DDP fraud check? No, come on. Jesus. It's been hard to come up with new questions. I've been just copying questions I've asked in the past now. You're good, buddy. Again, just fighter versus fighter, anything. RDR proved that levels to this. Yeah, against Whitaker, who's been well past his prime for a while. Yeah, but Khamzat and Ron that both have judo base, clearly it helps in some way. Sure, UFC 1 FC is higher level. Not even close, true. You said Volk and Dustin are harder fights for Islam. I'm saying GDM is by far Islam's toughest fight so far. Well, I think Volk has better takedown defense. Dustin was always going to lose. I always thought Islam was winning by finish. And JDM's takedown defense is at 69, but Bilal took him down 3 times. I don't think JDM's fought a guy that is the quick submission attempts that Islam has. So, yeah. Appreciate you. Thank you. Hopefully you are too. Is DDP a must bet his next fight? No. Russians are known for wrestling. Hamza displayed top control, waist lock for 20-ish minutes and did not advance position. Sure, it's a win for Hamza, but it's also at what cost? Well, there's 2 ways to look at it. 1, his control was incredible. 2, DDP was defending very, very well. It's weird because, like, I hated the stand-ups. I thought Mark Goddard stood him up in dumbass positions. It made no sense to do that. But when you've seen DDP on top of Hamzat at the end, it makes me think, okay, well, what if DDP tried to wrestle himself? What would have happened? Obviously, we think probably what would have happened is Hamzat would have scrambled and found himself on top of him. But it's like, how did he get in the position that he did late in the fight? It's weird. Islam 5'10", Chimaev 6'2". Karate has some pretty hard kicks. Dreykus should stop training with South Africans. Just likes DDP a lot more. No, I like DDP, and I continuously say why I thought DDP was going to win. DDP did not do what I thought he was going to win. Chimaev looked good. Can you make Khamzat tap? That doesn't make sense. DDP has to leave Africa now. He's going to say he's longer an Africa fighter. That's not true. DDP is good, but was never that good. Beat Strickland, not prime Izzy, was never that impressed. Okay. I thought him beating Whitaker the way he did was very impressive. Therefore, many ways to look at it. Yeah. How would you do against Hamza? That doesn't even make sense. Damn, your memory is sick. I can't even remember how these fights ended. You're over here calling out the rounds they won from 2, 3, 4 cards ago. Yeah, I mean, look, I work, family, 3 kids, wife, all these things. I work 7 days a week. This is the break from work. This is what I do. This is what I've done for a long time. Again, predictions can never be 100%. It's MMA. Anything can fucking happen. TJ Dillashaw was a 13-1 against Renan Barao when Renan Barao was in his prime. And TJ said, I'm going to take your soul. So again, this is what I do. Prime Anderson smokes any version of Izzy. Even as an old man, he made it look competitive. He made it look competitive because Izzy respected him. That's the honest. He was crying at the weigh-ins. He was respectful to Anderson. I think prime Izzy would have done really good against Dricus. But again, I even said Dricus by submission. Easiest prediction of all time. I have a video talking about it. Khamzat control was incredible, but if potential scrambles was and did not happen, these are two rules in the UFC. Defend yourself, advance possession. DDP did his job, still lost. Khamzat failed to advance. Well, it's weird because if you watch the fight, Khamzat's advancing. When he gets Dricus down, he's advancing. When he got his back, he's advancing. Dricus did a really good job of defending the submissions. So what does Khamzat do? I'm going to sit back now. I'm going to control you, but I'm going to sit back. I can't get the submission, but I'm going to sit back. At what point is it on Dricus to change the position that Khamzat has him? And he already tried to go for submissions. You can't just keep going for them if you're not going to get them. What is he supposed to do necessarily? Like, look for other positions? Okay, well, what if Dricus now reverses them? So in Khamzat's mind, I would assume, let's stay safe. I have control. If he gets up, I can bring him back down. If he turns into me, I body lock him, I bring him down. You know, prime Izzy knocks Anderson out. You're wrong. Okay, Khamzat didn't sub him, but he absolutely wiped the floor with DDP for 5 rounds. Prime Khamzat beats them all. Prairie kicks are harder, correct. What do you think about Oliveira and Vizzy fight? I hate it for Oliveira unless he can grapple. The crucifix was crazy. Yes, it was. Charles is done. I think he should retire. What up? Let me hear your UFC Mount Rushmore biggest superstar star power pay-per-views. What's up, Chris? My Mount Rushmore. Ooh, I mean, I think John's number 1. I think he's the greatest fighter of all time. But John, GSP, DJ, Hoist. You probably put Chuck Liddell up there. Now, that's not my favorite fighters, but yeah. Fiziev, easiest pick, unless Charles grapples. If Charles grapples, he submits Fiziev. You'll be okay, funny guy. In my opinion, Islam underperformed in the Dustin fight. Volk showed lots of holes in Islam's takedown ability at a higher weight. Maybe I'm just hoping for Islam loses, so he has to fight Ilya. Well, he's never fighting Ilya if he loses. Never. I'm glad I suck for taking Gerald when Gerald has 29 submissions and Michael Olenchechak, whatever his fucking name is, has been submitted 2 times out of his last 3 losses. You can fuck off. I also had Islam winning very clearly, 4-1 or 3-2, 4-1 against Volk. Competitive, but he still won a lot of rounds and then destroyed him in the rematch, even though the rematch is weird. And then he fights Dustin. I had Islam winning every single round. Competitive, sure. JDM fight's going to be competitive. That doesn't mean Islam doesn't win. You know what I mean? Told you Khamzat would destroy DDP. I agree. He looked good. He looked good. Boxers whoop all UFC easy anyway, so who cares? Not true. Not true. This is fun. His downtime. Yeah, exactly. Who's next for Khamzat? But they're saying RDR fluffy winner. I think his hardest fight is Kai because he's a grappler. He can hit switches. He can, there's a lot of things that Khamzat does well that I think Kai can make a little bit more challenging. I don't know how Fluffy deals with what he did against Dricus. I don't know how he deals with that, Khamzat. The DDP fight showed a lot of how versatile MMA is. The big question is how Khamzat can improve the other areas. If he can't control his next opponents like he did DDP, will his striking cost him? Well, again, like I just said, the biggest thing with that, like if he's fighting Kai, can he grapple another grappler? He might be able to grapple strikers. He might be able to grapple well-rounded guys, but can he grapple like that against somebody who can grapple like that? Maybe one peg down, though. Islam will be champion. I agree. Charles is going to pull out. You heard it here. I hope not. No. I just mean the biggest stars the sport's ever had. Conor obviously won. Yeah, Conor, Brock, GSP. Ugh, I think that's it. Ronda, I guess, maybe at one point she was. Volk beat Islam in number 1. Number 2, Islam won, obviously. You suffered for taking Gerald Mate. Did you not see him gas last fight? Okay. Also, his last fight was RDR. The fuck? Who's the better fight between Wonderboy and MVP? Not asking who would win, but who's more complete. I would say Wonderboy. Well, I guess MVP would because he hasn't been submitted. Wonderboy has. Now Wonderboy in his prime. Good fucking luck. He was popping off his back like it was Derek Lewis. Which individual MR do you find to be the most beautiful? Grappling, to be honest. Why you never fights Ilya if he loses? Why? That's the biggest in the UFC. Because why would Islam fight somebody like Ilya if he loses? He moved up in weight. He's not gonna move back down. He gave up his title. Why would he go back down, especially if he loses? Okay. Funny guy, you're just going to be here and do that? You can go away. You'll be okay, Connor. Go grape something else and get in trouble for it. Pico, the most cursed fighter ever. Yeah, he looked good early, too. Anyone feeling Fluffy is okay? He's married and has kids. Taekwondo. Fluffy usually means you're kind of fat. Ilya didn't even deserve the title shot against Charles. Islam not going to fight him. He should have had the lightweight fights before getting the title shot. That's fair. You're wrong. Okay. Don't be mad you can't have facial hair. I remember a show where it was determined Taekwondo case for the heaviest various combat sports to being compared. Okay. RDR or Fluffy. I got Fluffy round 4 TKO. He's going to land the jab and eventually start finding the second or the 1-2. And on the ground, he will stay safe and probably better at a keeping position than RDR. I agree. Pico did look good in the beginning. Yes, he did. Pico seemed like he was doing pretty good up until the knockout. He was. He took him down twice. He dropped him very early in the matchup, landing good body shots. The problem was that he was pressuring too much. And Lerone Murphy is just, he's a good counter striker. I mean, that's what it is. So. And Murphy knew, because he said in his pre-fight, that he'll use his aggression against him. That's what he did. He was dominating from what I understood, but he wanted to be a hothead. It's not being a hothead. No, it's not a hothead. He's a pressure fighter. It's just part of Pico's story to be knocked out. Yep. British dude. Oh, yeah. Lerone Murphy. Yeah. 100%. Yes. I saw a video last night about the fighting style. Oh, yeah. You were talking about that. Yeah. Pico is a fighter that earns his money by getting knocked out a lot. A lot. He's been knocked out 3 times. What are you talking about? The last time he was knocked out was 6 years ago. It's just not true. What? Nah, Pico has issues with being too aggressive and leaves himself open. UFC is different. He can't be as confident. He can be as confident. He can be measured. He can pick his shots a little bit better. Honestly, if he just wrestles Lerone, who knows what would have happened. Pereira. I already answered this. You already asked this earlier in the chat, but okay. Alex taking the heavyweight belt would be wild, but I don't see him beating Tom. Fair. Khamzat behavior after the fight was very strange. How he parted with a flag like he was deep roots from there. He literally Citizens last year kissing the King's ring and all very wrong. Very weird. When Pico knows he's going against a top fighter, he wants to actually go to sleep. Okay. He looked good. I mean, he got caught. He looked good. I mean, I don't care. It sucks, obviously. You don't want to see him go out like that, but he looked good until then. So he'll learn. He'll learn. Also, the guy from the Contender Series already has a fight against Isaac Dalgarian. Very interesting. Very interesting. No, he would never cut down to 185. That's craziness. Craziness. He didn't look nervous, even a little bit. Hamza had to escape. Okay. Okay. I have no idea. No idea. Well, I think Gon could do it. Almeida could do it. Lewis, striking wise, I'm curious, but Jelton and Gon possibly could do it. Possibly. Tinker Paul, yuck. Tank. Chimaev did not even thank Sweden or mention in his post fight. Yeah, you're right about that. 1998, Cam. What are you talking about? What if Aspinall beats them? Then there's nobody. There's nobodies. Ankalaev, which he gets smashed. He did. Mason, what's up, buddy? Who do you have, Fluffy or RDR? Fluffy by destruction. What? Racist? The fuck out of here. Tank or Paul crazy? Yeah, Tank. Tank should win them, but who knows? What would sell more, Jones, Aspinall, Ilya, Islam? Probably Ilya, Islam, for sure. Always talking crazy, correct. Hey, dude, I'm in Eureka, California, 5 hours north of San Fran. Damn. All jokes. Careful, you're pushing the boundary, buddy. Can Ilya Islam match Conor Khabib? Yes. Yes. RDR Fluffy, who you got? Fluffy. I think RDR will look good early, but Fluffy will beat him up, get him out of there. What are you talking about, Tristan? Jesus. I want Jones to return me too. The cat is amused. Yeah. I'm right by the Oregon border. Oh, okay. Chimaev is more the corrupt individual. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see pay-per-view. I see. Till Rockhold. Till. Yeah, I'm getting off here. But I do appreciate you guys being here. Subscribe, like, comment if you haven't already. I will see you guys tomorrow. I also have the playlist on the channel for the Shanghai. Check that out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. DDP versus MVP happens. Who do I have? MVP. But appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there. Peace.